My name is Charles. I, I run conventions. It has been 118 hours since I have seen my home. I'm just glad it's not in Texas. Seriously, any of you who have friends or loved ones in Texas or have the ability to support the relief efforts down there, I'm going to encourage you, when you get home, get online, see what you can do. They have been hit by a massive storm that is now looking like it's going back out to the Gulf to intensify and get round two. So those people, while we're having fun, and we should be having fun, we should also be thinking of our friends who are not. So let's remember we're part of a larger community. Oh my God. Okay, who had fun? Who didn't have fun? Nobody. Good. Okay, fine. As usual, I want to thank you on behalf of much of the staff, those of us who can't feel our feet, and those of us who unfortunately can still feel our feet. You people make this worthwhile. This is the best furry party in the Midwest outside Chicago. The con chair at MFF knows where I live. I've got to be careful here, folks, okay? These people are also our friends, all the other cons on our circuit. We have a lot of people who do a lot of work, and some people volunteer more than others, and some people volunteer dumber than others. I refer, of course, to con chairs. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirst Hyper-Yote.
Welcome back. Last time we saw you was at opening ceremonies. Now it's closing ceremonies. But we've all done a heroic effort to have fun and be safe during this con. It's telling that the heroes of furry migration are victorious in destroying this con in a safe, happy manner. So, like anything else, we're going to be doing this closing ceremonies. We're going to say our goodbyes to it. But I would like to point out that we have a lot of staff, volunteers, and other organizations that help make this happen. Part of closing ceremonies is recognizing those people that have made Furry Migration 2017 one of the best cons that I've been at, period. So I would like to recognize two volunteers that have put a lot of effort, a lot of their own blood, sweat, tears in making this con happen. They have taken some time out of their busy schedule to help this con. First, Michael, who has put nearly 60 volunteer hours, with that majority of the time of staying up late at night, helping out the video room to play videos while we are dreaming of Nick and Judy at night.
Get out of my head, Kirst. Michael, are you here?
Just Nick, not Judy.
Okay, go on.
Second, Hasrid has put in over 60 volunteer hours during this convention. Hasrid has taken out the time to make this con a better place for all the heroes and citizens that have experienced this great con. These people are what make furry migration. Is Hasrid in the audience? And am I pronouncing it right? But if they don't argue, I must be pronouncing it right. But please give another hand to that. But it is key to have great staff, great volunteers, and Furry Migration has some of the best staff. Please, in the audience, if any of the staff, can you stand up? These people and more is what makes Furry Migration 2017 awesome. Combine that with all the volunteers. If you volunteered even 1 hour to this con,
On your feet.
get up, Get up. You deserve to be recognized too. Everybody in this deserves the recognition that you're getting here.
You people make us look like we know what we're doing.
You are the reason why I get up in the morning to help out this con. I don't make this con, you do. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. And right now, it's time for me to get off the stage because otherwise I'm going to sit here, ramble, and people know I do this. So let's talk to our other hotel volunteers and other guests. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Charles, don't touch me that way.
We love Kirst. Alrighty, and now I want to introduce our society president with some information about the hotel, because he also handles a lot of that, and some upcoming fun for all of you, especially those of you in the Twin Cities Metro. Eric.
Hey, guys. All right, so, ooh, that's loud. All right. So earlier you heard me talking as hotel, but some of us, wherever he is, some of us wear 2 hats, or 3 hats, or 4 hats, or, oh my God. At any rate, so a little bit about Minnesota Furs we touched on earlier. A lot of you guys come here for the convention and then you go home. A lot of you guys also call Minnesota your home in the surrounding states. Minnesota Furs is a 501c3 educational nonprofit, and we have year-round activities, fur meets, learning activities, and a whole lot more. Yeah, so we have a spring picnic, fall picnic coming up. Our spring picnic got rained out, so we're going to forget about that.
Hey, our spring picnic got rain all day. The high was 60. It was windy. It was miserable. We still had 230 people show up, and we raised $1,000 for our work.
Plus, fursuits are warm and fluffy.
Yeah,
we have a fall picnic.
This is not a fursuit.
No,
Right.
it's the start of one. Is that called, Charles, is that called a partial? You can-
I'm not talking to you.
Okay, so he's done this for me for years, so I get to repay him.
It's his turn.
Yes, exactly. So on September 30th, we have our fall picnic, a day at the park, and we expect it to be amazing sunny weather. All right, so it's a full day of activities. We're going to hopefully raise a lot of money for our nonprofit year-round activities, have some fun, have some good food, friendship, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be, as I said, September 30th. Minnehaha Park, I think it is?
Minnehaha Falls Park.
Yep. So in addition to that, you know, guys, it takes so much work to make this happen, and there's so many volunteers that make it happen. So if any of you are curious about our events or helping us out in the future, MnFurs.org. Give us a look, check it out.
For as much as the con takes a lot of effort to do, MnFurs, the board, we run a con the rest of the year until you come back to this hotel next year. Mm-hmm. And that's our picnics, and that's the meets that Drake does, and the things in Perkins, and the things in Roseville, and all this stuff that takes talent, that takes brilliance, and I need yours. So come talk to us, talk to him, contact the website, and get involved.
All right.
We have a new thing we're doing this year that he almost forgot to talk to you about.
Because Dee was supposed to be here. Dee is our vice president. Unfortunately, he could
Am
not
I?
be.
Did I miss that meeting?
Yeah,
I'm our vice president?
Dee, not Charles.
Oh, D. Okay, cool.
Dee. Charles is our MC. Yes, MC.
MC, not VP?
MC, yes. Anyway, we also have a camping event coming up January 26th through the
Whoa,
29th.
whoa.
Yeah.
A what event?
Camping?
Camping, outdoor,
Yeah.
in
January.
where?
Here at Whitewater State Park.
Have you slept this week? You're kidding.
No, we're crazy.
A winter camping?
Well,
Is it's the Eagle Scout, Cyber, who's running that?
Yes, exactly.
My God, that sounds fascinating.
Yes. So just think about it. It's going to be perfect fursuit weather, right? You're not going to get mud or anything on your fursuits. You might make some new friends that are clinging to your fursuits for warmth. That's
Go
right.
on. Tell me more.
So, and if you know the outdoors is not for you, don't worry. We have cozy cabins, and please join us while we explore the wintry landscape.
And to find out more, where do they go?
You go to MnFurs.org.
Thank you.
What hotel stuff for you?
Yeah, later. I've got other stuff. We'll be bothering him again later. You notice I keep bringing him on stage and pushing him off and bringing him back on? Yeah. Eventually, he's going to take over my job.
Nope.
Guys, you were supposed to cut his mic before he could give me any crap, okay? Come on. Get with the program here. Okay, we work with a lot of partner organizations. They are other nonprofits in the Twin Cities Metro, the Geek Partnership Society, Anime Detour, Anime Twin Cities, and, of course, our friends at Convergence, the largest science fiction convention in the area. We are part of a larger furry fandom, which is part of a larger network of fanish events that go back to the 1920s. No, Zest, I'm not old enough to remember those. You, off my lawn. So we do a lot of work with them. They give us a lot of support, material support. We rent and borrow equipment. We use their space. We swap tricks. We say, hey, we're going to do this at the con. And they say, yikes, we did that once. It ended badly. Just ask the fire department. And by the same token, we have moved into the Hyatt now. And we're showing just how neat a hotel this can be. And as of next year, Anime Detour is moving into this hotel. And maybe more. I didn't say that. You can't prove anything. We also are working with the Leech Lake Animal Rescue Program, and we've raised a little money. Okay, when I say money, you applaud, right? Alrighty. Now, a reminder. The money we raise for charity can get a little blurry because some of it goes to Leech Lake. We give a small operating grant to Geek Partnership Society, and of course we give a significant chunk of our revenue back to the MnFurs.org for all of our year-round programs. We are, to some degree, our own charity, instead of many cons that don't need that extra money, so they put it to work elsewhere. We have plenty of work for the money. So Leech Lake, between a comedy panel that raised over $360, a charity auction that raised $473, $85 in merchandise sales, and cash donations of $897. I want to say working with Leech Lake this year was a dream. I hope if there's anyone from that organization here, or if not, Shadow, if you can get word back to them, it was a delight having them here. They were fascinating. They're doing some amazing work under very trying conditions, and that collie was really pretty. So they walked out of here with over $1,800. Minnesota Furs will be receiving an operating grant once we settle our bills in the realm of over $3,000. and a small $500 grant back to GPS. Give you a little clue. Have you ever heard of a geeky community center? You'd be insane to run something like that, right? That's GPS. Then, okay, that brings us to almost $6,500 in charity donations. We're really happy about that, and we want to grow it. So we're going to make the con bigger. You're all coming back. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Part of what made this weekend so fantastic, of course, we have our volunteers, we have our staff, we have all of our attendees, but we also have our guests of honor. And they're the people we bring in to say, hey, this is just how super nifty you can become and be attached to this community. We have some amazing people out there, and we can only showcase a few of them every year. And to tell us a little more about them, Vulan.
Thank you. So, as we like to do with our guests of honor, I'm going to ask them one by one to come up here and have a minute to embarrass them, because we always seem to enjoy doing that. Malcolm Ray was one of our guests of honor. In an absolutely awesome time having him here. We really appreciate it. He wasn't feeling super well. I think that was just his excuse to get out of the embarrassment.
Yeah, because he's so shy.
Right.
First time I saw him, he was in, never mind.
Yeah. So moving on, I'd like to ask Talentia to please come up, and you can right up front. Yeah. That works out.
Thank you, everybody. I want to thank the staff and everybody for inviting me to this convention. It's been really an amazing experience, and I'd never been to Minnesota before, so it was really nice. Got to escape the heat of summer in St. Louis. It's been awful. But I really appreciate everyone that came by my table in the dealer's room and supported the rest of the dealers and artists that come here and work so hard. And I really appreciate everyone that came to my panels, and I hope I was able to impart some things that I've learned about like watercolor and digital art and inspire some people, because art is really close to my heart, and I couldn't live without it. So I just want to see everybody that loves art do it. And so keep making the things and being awesome, because furries are amazing. So.
Thank you. And on top of that, we do want to show you a small token of our thanks having you here. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are wonderful.
We made them cry. We win.
Yes! And last but certainly not least, do you two want to come up together? From our Furry Writers Guild, Makio and Watts Martin.
Awesome. Thank you all. We would like to thank you from the Furry Writers Guild. There are 100 good authors out there, and I would like to showcase one in a few seconds here. Throughout the con, I asked for rhymes. I asked dozens and dozens of times, and many stepped up to my request. They leapt up to take the reins. Heroes all, they came to me with couplets in hall and room and restaurants and bar. To you, congratulations, you by far made your voices heard. So Calith, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, told me a tale of heroes, one must be told. Bunnies, foxes, heroes most bold. Thank you so much, you won all of my tickets. So keep an eye on furrywritersguild.org. .org.com. Is it .org? We have, I think. We are organized.
Look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, just Google Furry Writers Guild. I am the president. And this is Watts, my lovely vice president and president emeritus last year. Yeah. Yeah, thank you all. Y'all are wonderful.
And for you too as well. Thank you. Thank you both.
thing I love about writers' guilds and so forth is it's the sort of organization where we can sit down as artists and say, how do you do that? And I love watching artists work and the creative process. And that's part of how we run cons. Yes. It's like, we screw it up. Yeah. Let me see here. What was I going to bother you with? We have some awards.
We do.
Yeah, why don't you give that to that funny-looking man over there?
We can embarrass him now?
Well, no, he's going to embarrass other people.
Oh, okay, good.
That's
If
the
I
plan.
can find them.
Hey, everyone, one more time up here. This time I've got the headset on, so I'm speaking as hotel. Hey, so as I told you about earlier, we have a cleanest room contest, and I am here to tell you the results. As a reminder, that first place for this gets 2 free nights credited to them for their hotel stay. All right. So, can we have a drum roll? In third place, we have Yvonne, badge number 1542. Is Yvonne out there? Okay.
She's in the bar.
Yeah. She's still cleaning her hotel room, maybe. Okay. Okay, and in second place, there you go, you got the idea. Shimo, badge number 1558. Are you over there? Yeah, stand up. Woo! Good job.
And now,
In first place, winner of 2 complimentary hotel nights, Shadowrunner, badge number 1504.
do you ever sleep? That explains it.
I've seen the pictures of your room. Are you sure you didn't stay at the Millennium and just leave the room empty? All right. One final note before I get off stage. Now, what did we tell you in regards to the hotel? What? Wow.
God, they pay
They're
attention.
fast. And you all did an amazing job, though some of you broke the stage. But it's okay. Nothing that some duct tape can't fix.
Wait. So one of these panels might just suddenly collapse?
And with that, I'm out.
Wolf! All right, now, we have a lot of in-jokes, and we try not to submit too many of them to you because you have your own in-jokes. Every social group develops the gag you always tell. And one of them is, let's auction off Charles's beard for charity. And the answer is very simple. No. There is no one at this convention who's even seen me without a chin. Reagan was still, what was that, young man? Is that Dave?
Yes, some of us have.
You don't have pictures, do you?
No, but I'm still the only man allowed to call you Chuck.
Bitch.
Yes. And you love me for it.
I do indeed.
Hi. I'm
Dave Russ, ladies and gentlemen.
You may remember me from such departments as tabletop gaming and Iron Pen. I'm Troy McClure. Anyway. And with my counterpart, Ken Fletcher, in the jam scene room just down the hall and around the corner, we've been operating that annual contest of artistry known collectively as Iron Artist and Iron Pen. On this past Monday at roughly noon, we released the secret ingredient into the wild on Twitter, Facebook, all those places. And then we gave people a few days, and they had to do art. This is the result of that contest. And starting with Iron Artist itself, Ken and some of the guests of honor took a look, and all of you got to vote. If you didn't, that's your fault. But as it is, for second place, we had a tie between Serena R. Maher and Onyx Angel. So a round
in
of
the room?
applause to the runners-up.
Are you here?
Yep, Serena is just over there, and ooh, I can see people if I shine. I don't see Onyx. Oh wait, yes
all
I
the
do.
way off there.
Oh, with the red eyes.
Dave,
Thank you very much, both of you.
Dave, by this point in the weekend, we all have red eyes.
Yes, very true. And the winner for the wonderful piece of art, 1, 2, 3, Hungry Canid, Thalia Sobresos. And forgive me if I did not pronounce that correctly.
Are you here?
Is Thalia here?
Are you? Thank you.
There we are.
Thank you.
Now, Thalia, you have won, of course, a standard admission to next year's convention. We'll be very happy to see you and see what art you produce between now and then, and next year. Thank you very much. Now, Ken Fletcher asked me to let you know that they'll be open as late as they can be tonight, and they will have all of the artwork, all the runners-up and the winners, on display in the Jamzine room, or the Art Jam room. And he's probably going to wrap things up around 6-ish, so if you want to take a look, head on down there. And we had some really great submissions this year. Now, for Iron Pen, I always love it. Everyone managed to stay under the 1,000-word limit, and I was counting. Our secret ingredient of Best in Show was met with full gusto, and the top 3 are, drumroll please, in the 3rd place, Good Dog by Plonk. Do we have Plonk in here somewhere?
I thought I saw her come in.
I think,
Him
there
come
we
in.
are.
Sorry,
Excellent.
my brain.
In 2nd place, we have In Check by Zach Snow Padani. Zach Snow, somewhere.
Zach is currently loading all our gear back onto the truck. He's one of our volunteers.
One of those great, hard-working pack mules. Yes. And in 1st place, yes, you know a cue when you hear one, by Sarah Braun, How Mrs. Tibbles Won her 23rd Blue Ribbon. We had a really great time. All the stories submitted were excellent. We continue to have really good participation in this event, in both the events, Iron Pen and Iron Artist. And actually, I could not see. Is Sarah here? I can't see a blasted thing. Over. I see a blur.
That's the blur.
Oh, yes, it has glasses. Okay. I can tell that. Bifocals. Just wait, years are coming. Anyway, it really was a great story. I loved reading it. And like I say, we'll be doing this again next year. I encourage all of you, pick up a pen, give it a shot. If you've ever written fanfic, give it a try. All the requirements are one of 2 things: a Minnesota native species or the theme of migration, and then the secret ingredient, which is announced just a few days before the convention. And then all hell breaks loose. So have fun. We'll see you all next year. Thank you for reading and looking at our art, and thank you for voting. Good day.
I'll tell you a secret. The secret ingredient next year, do you want to know? It's going to be a noun. Did you really think I was going to be that easy? All right, as much as I right now don't care what you people think, I want to take a moment and talk about what you people think, because that's important to us. We want to constantly, you don't have to laugh at that, that wasn't the joke. I know you're spending your honeymoon volunteering at a convention, but this is the con survey. It is available at volunteers, operations, and registration, which is open to buy memberships for next year. That's a hint. Because you're all coming back, right? We're gonna have an online version of this up shortly, but we would love to get feedback as quickly as possible so we can get planning. We have been working on the 2018 convention since May, which is normal. For those of you who don't run cons, that's normal. So any feedback you can give us, any information, just telling us something sucked doesn't help much. Tell us what would make it better. Tell us why we didn't do so well. Tell us what would really turn you on next year with respect to the con. Boundaries, people. Give us information that we can actually act on. And if the information you want to give us is, hi, I want to help, I love you. Alrighty, I gotta be honest, this year we have done more with the con theme, for instance, than we've ever done. And Heroes Divided has been a lot of fun, and we've done a lot of exciting stuff. And we had voting to see which of the factions won. Let me see here. Yes. Agents of Heal did provide me with final count of points earned by Capes and Mask supporters. Hang on a sec. These are totally the real results. Okay, sounds legit. Well, I'm an election judge. I've been to Florida. Ha. We have intercepted the result and are holding the ransom for...
Bear, over here.
River?
Someone intercepted.
No,
Come on.
Son of a shush a
You just can't trust those villains of bad.
Goddamn recounts. Yes, and if you know anyone who's an election judge, remember, the word recount doesn't exist. It's just the R word. Because we hate them. With nearly 500,000 points earned over the course of the weekend, the supporters of masks have made clear that the Collar Act cannot stand. Thank you all that participated in our theme activities this year, especially those that volunteered. How many masks did we have here? How many have identified with masks? How many with collars? You caught it. How many with capes? How many of you go both ways? Capes and masks. Capes and masks. My next con will be normal. Now, that concludes this year's theme. But every ending is a beginning. I think we need a new theme for next year. Show me what you got, big boy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of year in Minnesota. Time for rides, fried foods, and fun. Time for the fair. And that... In that spirit, I am pleased to announce our theme for next year, Midway Menagerie.
Will there be rides?
There are elevators in this hotel.
Will there...
Many of them go up.
Will there be animals?
I think we have our answer.
Will there be fun?
Yes, in fact, it's a furry get-together with shows and exhibitions, games and prizes, arts and costumes. Join us September 7th through the 9th.
Wait, whoa. Honey. That's in 2 weeks.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
We
that's
are not running a con in 2 weeks.
Next year, Charles. Next year.
What?
Next year.
2018.
2018.
Oh, okay.
As I was saying, join us next year.
Thank you.
September 7th through the 9th, 2018, for a celebration of the excitement of fairs and the fun of carnivals. Fun for all ages and animals. Come on up to the Midway Menagerie, brought to you by Minnesota Furs.
Okay, going to 2 conventions in 2 weeks is a nightmare. A fun one. Running 2 conventions in 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Ho, 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 ho.
Ha 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 ha.
Ho, ho.
But wait, there's more.
Do you want it or shall I?
Oh, I'm taking this one.
I'm running away.
It's also my great pleasure to announce our confirmed guest of honor for 2018. Rick Griffin and Tani Darial.
Ooh, tell me more.
Rick Griffin is the writer and artist behind the well-known webcomic House Pets. He's always keeping busy, working on a novel and the A&H Club comic at the same time. Tani Darial is an artist and fursuiter from Germany who's been part of the fandom since 1999. She's well known for the mood badge sets that you may have seen around the convention on many of Fur's outfits. They are both excellent guests of honor, excellent artists, and well known among the fandom. We are proud to welcome them both to Furry Migration next year.
Stay tuned. More is coming. Now, Marco, I have a question about next year's theme.
Yes?
We're doing the Midway theme. Come on here.
Uh-oh.
You think you're going to get me in an outfit like that?
I think the crowd has spoken.
What's my safe word?
There isn't one for this.
You know, I had dignity once. Actually, I still have it. It's in a jar in the kitchen somewhere. You're not done yet?
Well, I got a couple more words to say.
Well?
Well. They took away some of my thunder here.
Ain't I a stinker?
But that's what you do when you have other people you work with. You let them have the glory and honor of doing things like that. They
This-
are the ones that worked on this, so I want to make sure that they get the recognition that they deserve. But one of the things about the fair theme, it really strikes home in my heart. When I was growing up in Wisconsin, yeah, I'm transported. I escaped from Wisconsin. So when I was growing up in Wisconsin, one of the things that when we got close to Memorial Day weekend, of course, we had a county fair. So I would work for the 3 months beforehand. I would do ceramics. I would do leathercraft. I would get all ready. I would save up money for the rides. So I would go there, enter contests, do all the things of the fair. And it was a memorable time. This is one of the biggest things I remember when I think back to my childhood is going on rides and throwing up. And also winning best of show. I've won prizes. I've done all that stuff. It's these fond memories. And I think we're going to all have these fond memories together with Furry Migration 2018. So it's very important for all of you to show up there. So I want to make sure that this con is going to be amazing. So I want you all to make sure, give us feedback, fill out the survey, do whatever it is to take to give us the information to make us better. So this con is not just the best con around here, it's the best con in the world. So after this, I'm going to give you a couple orders, couple things that will be the last things as your heroic duty. Depends on the fries. The heroic, you need to go fill out the survey when you have some time, but we do have, for those people that can't afford it right now, we have a special pre-reg price. Right now, we have pre-reg set to be $35 for today. So if you go right now to registration, you can get in for $35.
And registration will be open until 6.
Exactly, man with the mic. So you can go there. Afterwards, we are going to still have a dead dog here. And there'll be music, there'll be everything you expect at a dead dog. And more importantly, we have our friends here. So enjoy your last night here and come back, please. We have the Midway here, September 7th to the 9th, 2018.
Next year. Next
2018.
year. Thank you.
I still think we could do it off.
I'm going to have nightmares.
Just wait, we'll just start moving you in. We actually don't have to move out then. It would make logistics a little bit easier. I think I better get going. Have a great con. Make sure you go pre-reg often, pre-reg your family, pre-reg now. I'm going to be doing that when I leave the stage.
Register now, register often.
Have a great night.
Registration will also be open on the website when we are done here. One of the things I want to talk about is numbers. We grew a little bit from last year. We are at 929 of you mad people. I want to hit 2,000 next year. Don't tell the woman who runs ConSuite that I said that. She knows where I live. And there's something I want to really compliment you folks on, and it's something when I talk to people who run other cons, MFF, IFC, etc., they comment that they're amazed. 23% of you sponsored or super sponsored. That's almost double what most cons consider normal. We are floored, we are honored, we are flattered, we are a little confused. And we are immensely grateful. That level of support helps, especially a young and growing con. I mean, this is year 4, okay? We're only 4, this many, okay? And that kind of support it's invaluable. What it does for our morale, when we see how much energy is behind people who want this con to succeed, even the people who live far away and can't help run the con, that kind of moral and financial support is absolutely critical, and it is so appreciated. So I don't want to give you a guilt trip and ask you to sponsor a super sponsor, but if you did, we love you all. Thank you so much. That is an amazing thing that we see happening, and I wish we knew how it's happening. I want to announce that if you had anything in the art show, the art show director will be available after the show, I'm told. And if there are any questions, you can contact the convention, and we'll make sure everything happens. If you have any problems that haven't been dealt with this weekend, you can email us, and we will do what we can to get you answers and get you the help we need. Operations out in the lowering rooms, skyway rooms, will be open this evening, and they can help you as well. I cannot be helped. I've been volunteering at cons since there is no cure. And now a fair number of you have been infected. and it is an honor to serve with this merry band of nitwits. You people, you're upgraded to nitwit? Okay, what were you last year? Nincompoop? Or just poop? Poop, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in 54 weeks, that's not nearly enough. We will be back.
We can do it! We can do it!
I get tired just listening to him. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Furry Migration 2017. You rock. We had a blast. We're going to blast it even bigger next year. Thank you all. Go have some fun. Wait. Aren't we having a party? We have a party coming, right? Yeah. Come on up. The best kind of party. Why don't you tell them about the party? The dead dog.
The dead dog party?
Yeah.
The one that's happening?
Presumably the one that's happening.
The one that's
I'm
happening
not
with
telling
Vince.
them about the party that's not happening. That would be boring.
When is it happening?
Kirst, you have the details.
It's happening now.
Starting when? Where?
Does someone know? Does anybody out there?
He knows. I'm trying to get him to talk.
The dead dog starts now in Regency, which is over there.
Come, have fun. Maybe talk to a volunteer who hasn't stopped moving all weekend. Yes, sir.
Social media stuff.
Talk to them.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Zest. You may remember me from the joke Sylvan just told. Stole my joke. God. All right. So, as you may have heard at the opening ceremonies, if you didn't, the hashtag for this year was MnFM2017. You can still use that to see things that happened at this con, tag photographs. I'll try to retweet them. Just awesome stuff that's been going on. Now, make sure, again, I have to say it again, FM 2017 or FM 2018 is Football Manager. Do not get lost in that hashtag. They are weirded out by us enough. All right. Oh, great. They're gonna come find us. What? Okay. Anyway, so next year's hashtag, of course, is MnFM2018. You'll see some prepping stuff done for that, like announcements, so keep an eye on that one as well. I also want to thank all of you for your interaction on Twitter, Facebook this weekend. It was great seeing all your comments and interactions and kind words and not so kind words. We're here to help. That is how we... Huh? Go on. You are all awesome. Cheer for yourself. So how you can monitor us in the future. At the start, it was Facebook and Twitter. For the rest of the year, you can monitor us on our website, furrymigration.org, our Twitter, our Facebook, our Google+, our Fur Affinity, and our Telegram. They put me through a lot of work.
Telegram, sorry.
SOS. Anyway. But yeah, thank you again, and we'll see you all next year.
www.furrymigration.org, www.mnfurs.org. Come, play, let's have some fun. Now, go party.